Hi everyone, it's Inge from First Mums Blueprint, midwife, breastfeeding consultant and mental health expert. I had the privilege of supporting many mothers on the day of their actual birth, either by being in an operating room to support with a cesarean section, or being with mothers in the labouring room or the birthing room or at home when they delivered their babies with a normal birth. I wanted to provide the short guidance into maybe identifying which type of delivery will suit you best. I can imagine it must be quite a difficult decision, especially if you've never been through something like this before, and this is also something that not a lot of people really contemplate. Which type of birth do I want, or where do I want to deliver, or how do I want to deliver? So let's dive into it. I have identified 4 types of births. The first one is having an elective cesarean section. The second birth is having a natural normal birth. The third one is having a medicated natural birth. And then lastly, having an emergency cesarean section. Elective cesarean section meaning you choose to have a cesarean section. This is often for mothers who have a great intense fear of going through a normal delivery. I often hear how women describe their own births, or watching movies and you see these really terrifying births. But I can imagine that there's lots of you out there who really have a fear of having a natural birth. You know, looking at these movies or listening to people and you think, I won't be able to do that. I'm too scared. I don't think I have the guts to do that. I definitely want to encourage you is not to stop here with your decision yet, because knowledge brings confidence, and confidence will help you to overcome any fears. The next reason for cesarean section is often the ease of knowing when baby will be arriving. So the doctor will book you for the 10th of January at 8 o'clock in the morning for your cesarean section. You know when to turn up, and you kind of can prepare and know what to expect from that day. It's an hour and a half procedure. Your baby is there and on your move with your parenting journey. Unfortunately, sometimes also there's mothers who really wanted a normal delivery, but due to a pregnancy complication, they need a cesarean section. In those cases, also again, you don't really have a choice about the option of choosing a normal delivery, because it could be putting you or the safety of your baby at risk. And for those mothers, I put this under the elective cesarean section, not because you are choosing, but your healthcare provider needed to make that decision which is safe for you and your baby. Next, I want to move on to a normal natural birth. Mothers who oppose any medical interferences on their birthing day normally choose to have a natural birth. This could either be in the comfort of their homes or in a hospitalized environment with a healthcare provider that supports a natural birth. Natural births are mostly supported by midwives. If you are interested in such a birth, definitely do your research well to make sure you are at the right healthcare provider. I must confess, I do love a natural normal birth. I have observed how mothers really had amazing experiences with natural births because there were no interferences from the outside. And this literally happens when nature takes its course. If you do decide to have a natural normal birth, I definitely recommend to look into areas such as hypnobirthing or using movement and breathing to support you during your birthing day. Those are extremely helpful and definitely works. Mothers mostly decide to have a natural normal birth because they prefer not to have any medical interferences on their birthing day. Natural normal births mostly also have the best positive outcome for your baby because again there's no medical interferences. Next, I want to move on to the medical natural birth. This is for the mother who can understand the benefits that a natural birth holds for a baby, but are scared to have a normal natural birth because of maybe fear of going through contractions. I definitely also understand that being in a medical environment on the day of your birth, you will feel much more safer within the hands of a confident obstetrician that have knowledge about complications during birth. And therefore a medical birth is a very good option. The difference between a medical normal birth and a natural normal birth is the medical interferences that happens during a birthing experience. Often mothers would like maybe to have a birth on a specific day when they can plan with a doctor for an induction. This is where medication is provided to the mother to make her go into labor, or otherwise using medication to deal with contractions which can sometimes be painful. It Medical births also indicate that healthcare professionals will often influence the birthing day by, for instance, rupturing the membranes artificially, or for instance by putting up an infusion line, a drip, to give mother fluids during her delivery. Epidural births have become very popular, and they fall under the medical normal births. And they have become very popular because it literally takes any feeling of contractions away. I do want to say something very important, that birthing is very unpredictable. Things can go wrong with a natural or a medical birth. Studies show that often medical births have more complications than a natural birth, but things can go wrong during a natural or a medical birth. And that will lead to an emergency cesarean section, or a mother that have a serious condition. Emergency cesarean sections definitely lead to great psychological stress for mother and baby. Mothers need to be prepared within a few minutes to get ready to push into the operating theatre, and often the birthing partner feels overwhelmed because they don't really know how to navigate the situation. Emergency cesarean sections, however, are definitely life-saving. And we are very thankful to have it available for those mothers and babies who need it quickly and urgently. This was my take on deciding which birth will be best for you. I definitely recommend further investigation by joining a childbirth class like the ones that we offer at First Mom's Blueprint, or reading up more about this. Good luck for your decision.